all night long. No, I know I'm no Superman. I'm no Superman. I can't do this all.
Happy December 1st, Oshkosh North, and welcome to the 9.
Excuse me, Maddie, but I think you mean Happy December Day.
I do?
Well, sure you do. I mean, it is December, and it is a day. So, of course, it would be called December Day.
It would?
Of course it would. It is almost like you never paid attention in health class.
Well, I remember health class, and we talked about the ills of drinking, how to save a life, how to eat right, etc., but we never did talk about December Day.
Is Taylor the day when the groundhog comes out and sees his shadow or not?
He might. I guess it depends if he wants to or not.
Speaking of want to, I want to do the news. Now for your scholarship update. The Aurora Health Foundation Scholarship offers various scholarships for students planning to study at a 2- or 4-year college or technical school. This is a scholarship for students pursuing a career in the health field. Another scholarship is available for Aurora Oshkosh employees and family members. Okay, we have another essay contest for you essay lovers. The Wisconsin Association for Career and Technical Education wants you to share your story about how career and technical education, or tech ed, has made a difference in your life. Have you heard of the Better Business Bureau? They have a 2,500 Student of Integrity Scholarship. It is for a Wisconsin high school senior who has demonstrated character, leadership, and ethical values. You must have a GPA of 3.0. Make sure you check the scholarship list soon to find out the deadlines for all these new scholarships.
Attention girls soccer players. There will be an open gym today from 3 to 4:30.
Hey, speaking of sports, remember in fall when we would do Coach's Corner?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Well, anyhow, hey seniors. This Friday we will be taking the famous senior picture in the field house during homeroom. Make sure you are in attendance so you can be in it.
I'm sure if they miss it, they can just retake it, right?
Nope. One time and only one time. Only. This Friday, if you aren't there, you're out. Don't even expect to get the photoshopped in.
Well, if I was a senior, I'd make sure I'm in school on Friday.
What will the rest of the school be doing?
They will be learning how to schedule their classes for next year.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't look now, but a representative to explain the ROTC program for the Army will be here next hour. Stop down in guidance and sign up if you are interested in learning more.
Well, now that I'm looking around,
I told you not to look now.
You know that when you say all that it does is make someone look. And as I look around, I cannot help but notice that hockey, girls basketball, and boys basketball teams all play tonight.
They do? Where?
Well, the girls hoops team will host Beaver Dam here at North.
And the hockey team will travel to Beaver Dam. Yeah, that's right. The Ice Hawks versus the Ice Beavers.
and the boys basketball team makes their way to the greater Darbar area to take on the number 9th ranked team in the state, Kimberly.
Hey, aren't they picked to win the conference this year?
Yep, just like they were last year before starting off the season against us with a loss. They got their revenge in their place later in the season, handing us our only conference loss last year.
Didn't they also knock Nate Ware out of the game?
They did. It is going to be one heck of a game tonight. And if you're planning on going, the theme for tonight is, You've Been Served.
Oh, I love that theme. That means I can dress up as anyone that serves. You know, like a tennis player, waiter, butler, tennis table player, volleyball player, break dancer, etc.
What time does the game start? 7:30ish? Think green and carpool.
Hey, Graham. Remember when you were talking about Coach's Corner?
Yeah.
Well, we did some looking, and we did have another edition. Want to see?
Good morning, Oshkosh North, and welcome to a special edition of the Coach's Corner. I'm Coach Kujawa. Now, today we want to discuss a popular term that we as coaches term off-season. What actually is the off-season? Well, if you notice here by my chart that I comprised for you, that during the fall, we played football. And then when that season came to an end, we move into winter sports. We have a choice of 3 winter sports here for the boys, and that happens to be basketball, wrestling, and swimming, as you notice that I put so neatly up on the board here. If you were a freshman, a sophomore, or a junior, and you chose not to be a part of basketball, wrestling, or swimming, then you now are in what we would call the off-season. And if you are in the off-season as a freshman, sophomore, or a junior, what that would equal is the weight room. And so I'm going to need all freshmen, sophomores, and juniors who are not currently participating in basketball, wrestling, or swimming to get their butts into the weight room. Because in order to get one of these, which happens to be a playoff plaque, and have your picture in the weight room, you need to be in the weight room. Thank you, Oshkosh North, for another fun edition of the Coach's Corner.
Well, I guess that is it. I cannot believe that the fall season is over and the winter season is in full swing. It seems like yesterday that the football team was in the playoffs.
I think this year we made the playoffs, which was our goal.
I think it went pretty well. We ended up making it to playoffs. Started off a little shaky. We got it back together, though. That's good. Your season went this year.
Well, I'd have to say, by qualifying for the playoffs, I think that obviously makes it a success. I think we could have achieved a little bit more within our first 3-4 games. I know I wasn't satisfied starting off 1-2. I know the kids weren't satisfied starting off 1-2, but overall they achieved their goal of making the playoffs, and hopefully we can do a little damage in the playoffs.
Sounds good. And with this next junior class coming up, how do you expect to do next year?
Well, I think we have, right now we only got about 13 juniors out for football, so we have a small class. I think all of them are very, very good football players. Depth will be certainly a question for next year. Quality is not a question, but how much depth that we have at each one of those positions is going to be very, very difficult for us. So we're expecting to be as competitive as possible, and I think our seniors next year will carry us as long as they stay healthy.
Tomorrow comes with one desire to take me away.
And that was awesome-tastic at first hour. This was brought to you by the game. Yep.